Hey yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy Matthew Maley for MatthewMaley.com. Well, I am extremely excited for this new pickup that I just added to my collection. I'll go into the whole story and background and all that, but this is seriously one of my ultimate holy grail pickups. That's one thing that I love about sneaker collecting in general is it's so subjective. You know, everybody has their own grails, if you will, depending on, you know, their background, their history, their life. Maybe it was their first pair they ever got, like me. Maybe it was the pair that they saw their favorite player hit the game-winning shot, and there's so many different things. Maybe it's just something that's just really exclusive and really hot, you know? But this is definitely one of my all-time, you know, pickups, my all-time holy grails, and I am ecstatic that I was able to pick it up. So first off, I'll go into the shoe, and then I'll kind of give you a little bit of background on it. But as you can see by the box, we're talking old school Jordan, at least 2 boxes ago. So I don't have many of these boxes in my collection. As you guys know, I'm still pretty new to collecting, only been collecting the last couple years. So most of my boxes are the box before this most recent one in terms of Jordans. They just changed them recently for 2012, but this is from the 2000, I believe it was from 2002 until 2007 or 8, could be wrong, but I know for sure it was from 2004 and 5. So well, first off, let's show you the box. So first off, I'm going to get up close here. Biggest thing that you see, you got the Jordan face on there, which that is, hopefully you guys can see it. There we go. One of the coolest features of this box, we got the Jordan face. Front, basic, just a Jordan logo. Back, nothing. We got a side here. I actually think this is pretty cool. It's a portion of the proceeds from this purchase of Jordan products support educational initiatives, and then it also says it in French there, which that's kind of cool. I didn't ever know that. Bottom, just basic, and then finally we get to see the tag and size 15 Air Jordan Retro 13. That's right, baby. All right, so without any further ado, the newest collection, a newest sneaker collection addition to the Matthew Maley for MatthewMaley.com collection. God, I don't know why I just paused there. I'm so excited. I don't know what to say. Is the Air Jordan 13 Bred edition. Now, let me get everything here so you can see. First off, before we even get into anything else, one of the coolest things about the old releases is the retro card, which is what initially came out with the shoes. Sadly, they don't do retro cards anymore other than certain releases. I wish they all did, but awesome picture here of Jordan with a panther. The shoe was kind of stylized, quote unquote, after a panther. Part of the reason why there's a holographic eye on it. Right there we've got a picture of the Bred, and then on the back, really cool, shows all of the ones that had come out at that point, which is up to the 19. So that has every single, you know, one of the original OG colorways on there. So that's kind of cool. And then it says in the corner here, it says Black Cat is the ultimate predator, taunting and teasing his prey before ruthlessly exploiting their weakness. The Black Panther served as inspiration for the Air Jordan 13, epitomizing Michael's lethal combination of speed and stealth. This shoe marked MJ's last season with Chicago as he helped lead his team to their 6th and final title. And for those who didn't know, Black Cat is MJ's nickname, given to him by players in the league. And it also has the French translation there. So I wanted to show you guys that. Also changed the old school paper in the old boxes. Very basic tan paper, nothing special there. So now let's get to the shoes. All right, so first off, Bred combination. Oh wow, let me just bust out one of these here so you can see. Oh, actually I'll show you both. They aren't DS. They had been worn a couple times. You can see by a little bit of discoloring on a couple parts of the sole. The actual soles themselves, I have not cleaned them. Literally, I just took them out the box and I'm showing you guys, so I haven't had a chance to clean them yet. A little bit of creasing here in the one toe box. and then a little bit of creasing along the back here. Also, the holographs are decently clear. The one is starting to peel up there. Actually, they both are. But if you look underneath it, it actually is still pretty decently clear. Though I know there's also a trick you can do to clear it back out. Also, you have a little bit of wearing in the arch on both of them, but that's pretty standard for, you know, a shoe that's 9 years old or 8 years old or whatever. So here we go. First off, I love this shoe. As you guys know, 13s have always been one of my favorite shoes, but this one is just everything that I've ever wanted in a shoe. I'll get up close so you guys can actually see the breakdown. But we've got a nubuck, a leather toe box. And really, that's the only leather on the entire shoe, is just that toe box. We then have a 3M material going up both sides of the mid, which is it's got a perforated feel to it. As you can see, there's like little stitching into it, and it does have a really nice 3M colorway to it. I don't think you can really see that with the, well, maybe you can there. But I love that so much. Going up the tongue, standard black tongue, nubuck tongue with the red Jumpman. Also says Jordan here along the bottom of the laces. Going around to the side, we've got along the lower and through the bottom of the mid, it's a velvety velour type of material that goes up into the back by the ankle and the heel support, as well as around both sides through the archway, and like I said, through the bottom of the mid. You also then have a black sole that sticks out. One of the reasons that I actually like the 6-ring shoe, the 6-ring release, is because it borrows this exact same sole from it. It's one of the things I love. Also, what I really like is when you look at the side, you don't have any exposed laces. This is all hidden laces. They actually lace inside here, which is something that I really like. Also, still has, show you how in good shape these are. It still has the red Jordan Jumpman in the bottom, then hasn't been worn out at all. Like I said, the laces are in good shape. Everything's in good shape. Couple little things, you know, like little pieces of stitching that are somewhat pulling out, whatever. Then we get to the sole, which is, again, one of my favorite soles. Because the shoe is one of my favorite shoes, the soles have always been one of my favorite as well. I love the reflective Jordan logo. I've always loved that. I love this carbon plate that's in here. Is actually, it's not like the standard carbon fiber these days. It's actually more just a polka dot look, but I really like that. And then I really like the actual sole design. How you've got it's almost like individual, almost looks like a 6-pack of grip packs, if you will, which is standard like a herringbone type of pattern. And then in the center, it's just got openness, which I really like how that looks. I almost feel like it looks kind of like, you know, a foot design, which I just think is kind of cool. So overall, great shoe. Absolutely love it. In really good shape as far as I'm concerned. And now I'll tell you the story. So the reason I actually picked these up off of the size 15 in Facebook group that I'm a part of. If you guys out there are size 15 wearers, or a lot of times we get 16 and 14 on there as well, hit me up and I can add you to the group. It's a really good group. Everybody's pretty trustworthy from what we found. Everybody polices it very well as well. So you don't have, you know, anybody scamming. If you do, they get outed real quick. Plus, most of the prices are pretty good. They keep kind of a wall of shame for anybody trying to do crazy rate prices and all that. So it's not too bad with that. But I ended up trading, as you guys know, I got 3 pairs of Air Jordan 11 Concord Edition. And while I'll never get rid of the one that was given to me by my mother through Josh Childress, I don't know if I'd ever mentioned that was who gave it to me. But if so, now you know. He's not part of the Suns anymore, so I guess I can put that out there, which I'm quite sad about, but another video, another time. But I still had 2 other pairs. So while I'm keeping 1 pair for the future, I decided that I was actually going to sell my 1 pair of Concords. And when I saw these, I automatically offered them to the guy as a trade. And I know a lot of people would say that I undervalued my Concords and that I overvalued these. But in my opinion, when you have a shoe that you want that badly, it's okay in a way. Yeah, I probably could have sold the Concords, waited around, and could have sold them for 800 bucks. Who knows? But at the end of the day, I'd seen these go up to 700 on Flight Club, and the fact that I was able to find them in a 15 in pretty good shape, in my opinion, was worth it for a trade for the Concords. I know a lot of people wouldn't have been, but it also comes down to how highly I hold these. And the reason that I hold them so much is this was the very first pair of Jordans I ever had. As I've mentioned multiple times, growing up, I never had Jordans. My favorite player was Shawn Kemp, and before that was Larry Johnson. So I always had both of their shoes. I actually had 3 different pairs of Larry Johnsons, and I had the Kamikaze 1s and Kamikaze 2s. Absolutely loved Shawn Kemp. That was my dude. And Jordans were just that much more expensive. Having my mom was buying me shoes, especially with how big my feet were growing, and how fast they were growing. Not big, sorry. They were growing big, but they were growing quickly. It became, silly to spend this much money on a pair of Jordans when I wouldn't fit them very soon. Plus, I hated Michael Jordan as a kid because he always beat my teams. He beat the Sonics and he beat the Suns. So I always hated him. I respected him because of his greatness, but same thing with Kobe. I can't stand the guy, but I understand he's amazing, and I do respect that. Now I really like Jordan, I was a young kid back then, don't hold it against me. But these shoes, I was actually in the Jacksonville Mall in Jacksonville, Florida, and was there with my mom and my aunt, and we were going through looking at some shoes in a Foot Locker, and they had a pair of Air Jordan 13 Bred Edition, the OG ones from 1998. I was actually 13 or 14 at the time. I can't remember when they released, and I think I was 13. I was almost 14 because I think we were down there for Thanksgiving. I could be totally wrong. It's been a lot of years, but that was my first pair of Jordans, and I fell in love with them. And ever since, I've always wanted another pair. And I wasn't back into collecting when these released. These actually released on my birthday in 2004, on December 24th, birthday. But I wasn't into shoes at that point, and this is a good 8 years ago. So I was about to buy a house and wasn't really focused on shoes, to say the least. But so I sadly missed out on these. But when I did find them, I had to have them. Because they do mean that much to me, That's, like I said, what I love so much about the shoe game is that everybody's list of holy grails is so different, I now own, 3 of my favorite pairs of shoes ever. These, my playoff Air Jordan 8s, as well as a pair of LeBrons that are coming. They should be here later on this week, which I'm super excited about. But it's everybody has their own, reasons for loving their things. Of course, one of my other grails is the Defining Moments pack, the 6 and 11, which I think everybody wants. Those golden black 6s are some of the sickest 6s ever. They probably are the sickest 6s of all time, honestly. But those are, on my list. Obviously, I'd love to have a pair of Yeezys, South Beaches, those more standard things. Love the Entourage 8s as well. But those are all more standard style, if you will. But there are always those ones that just have reason behind them and have meaning and really are what this game's about. And to me, those shoes are what collecting shoes is all about. The excitement that I got when I opened up that box and got to see those again for the first time in 14 years, almost 14 years. Was pretty special, So it's kind of corny in a way to say that, you get emotional over shoes or something. I'm not saying I was standing there like crying or something, but it's definitely, it brings back a lot of memories, and for that, it was really cool. So that is my newest sneaker collection edition. We got the Air Jordan 13 Bred editions that released in 2004. And I had heard rumblings that they might be releasing a new pair in 2013 of the Bred editions. I don't know if it's true or not. If it is, I'll buy that pair and stock these for the future. And If not, well, then I got these at least. So, as always, thank you guys for checking out my videos. Much appreciated. I am Matthew Maley. This is MatthewMaley.com. Let me know if you guys love these as much as I do. I love all Bred colorways, but especially the 13s. 13s and 11s are the best as far as I'm concerned for Breds. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys have these in your collection? Do you like 13s? Do you not? I'm always curious to hear. So, I got 2 more pairs of shoes coming in later on this week, so it's going to be a good week. And definitely stay tuned to MatthewMaley.com. Check out the rest of my videos. So, as always, everybody, thank you very much for checking out my flicks. And, of course, you can see the rest of them on MatthewMaley.com. Check me out directly in the video blog tab with all the current videos. Also, I got my previous videos on there from 2010 and 2011. You can also check me out directly on YouTube. Search for Matthew Maley Poker. You've got all my videos on there that you can like, you can comment, and you can subscribe to them. Or if you hate it, you can dislike it, but I'd appreciate it if you didn't. You can also check me out directly on Facebook. I post all my videos on there as well as my bigger updates. So just search for Matthew Maley Poker, like my page, and you'll get everything posted up there. And finally, you can check me out directly on Twitter. I am at Matthew Maley, always tweeting about all kinds of stuff from the Olympics to shoes, movies, poker, random BS that's on my mind, all that. So once again, thank you guys for checking out my videos, and I'm signing off. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. I know I am. Peace out, y'all.